Who wouldn't be captivated by a pair of tantalizing violet eyes? Elizabeth Taylor was the trailblazer in classic Hollywood during the 50s, with all the scandals of many love affairs amidst her successful range of filmography. That's why she fitted into the bill for the 1953 film, The Girl Who Had Everything. This celebrity goddess was listed as the highest-paid star during the 60s and became a female legend in the world of the famous. Yet with all the fame and fortune set upon her feet, this Cleopatra beauty still had something missing. What was it? Make sure to tune in until the end to discover the big revelations. She was born to be a star. Elizabeth Rosamond Taylor originated from Heathwood, a northwestern part of London, England. She and her brother Howard grew up in London and mingled with high-profile families, including artists and politicians. Young Elizabeth studied at the preparatory school of Byron House and was raised with the conservative yet optimistic beliefs of Christian Science. The early days of 1939 proved perilous for the family due to the impending war all over Europe. The United States ambassador convinced the Taylors to migrate. Thus, her parents decided to move to the USA and received dual citizenship. The clan finally decided to stay in Beverly Hills, California, and the young Taylors continued their studies at Hawthorne School. Elizabeth was born to Francis Len Taylor, an art dealer. He had to close shop in London and reopened his gallery in Los Angeles thereafter. Her mother, Sarah Southern, was a former stage actress. That's why it's only natural for the young brunette to enter the creative media industry. Who would have thought that her family's sudden migration to California paved the way for her rise to stardom? The girl flew way too high. Their circle of elite friends noticed the blooming beauty of young Elizabeth. Her double eyelashes were attributed to a genetic mutation. Yet, it emphasized her mesmerizing pair of deep blue eyes, appearing violet in certain angles. Her luscious brunette hair shrouded her porcelain complexion, not to mention her hourglass figure. Her general features created a picture-perfect image fit to be a star. Her mother was urged to let her daughter do auditions. Like any other socialite-carrying mother, she opposed the idea. Then she realized that the war in Europe would keep them from coming back to London for quite a while. Thus, the film industry would be a good way to learn more about American culture and stretch their inner circle. The girl auditioned for Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer and Universal Pictures. They chose the latter's offer. During this time, her father's art gallery received more clients from the industry. Little did they know that it was just a matter of time before their girl flew way too high from their reach. She took a bit part role in the 1942 comedy film, There's One Born Every Minute. Initially, the casting director found her to be too mature for her age compared to her contemporary young artists such as Judy Garland and Shirley Temple. But she found her foot in the door again by using her English accent for the role in the 1943 film, Lassie Come Home, and its succeeding film. Hey, if you're enjoying this video so far, be sure to give it a like and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. And stick around for a lot more about Elizabeth Rosamond Taylor. There's more at stake to being a star. Finally, at the age of 12, she landed her first starring role in National Velvet, which required a British accent and horseback riding skills. Yet, they had to postpone the filming as she was inches away from their desired height. So the young starlet practiced some more and even had to take braces to straighten up her teeth. She even endured tooth extraction for the removal of her baby teeth. The filmmakers requested to dye her hair and adjust her eyebrows. Worst of all, they even requested to change her name to Virginia. But the parents stomped their feet on that matter. All these preparations were worth it as the film became a box office hit. The child star was finally recognized in the American film industry, but the stakes grew higher for the aspiring girl. In an interview, she stated that her childhood was somehow diminished when she became a celebrity. The starlet had to endure a rigorous schedule in between school, practicing, and filming. During her teenage years, MGM portrayed her as an accomplished young celebrity who normally attends parties and dates like any other, though she felt otherwise. The girl is now a woman. Then, she had her first encounter with a classic veteran actor, William Powell, in the 1947 rom-com, Life with Father. She appeared in the 1950 Father of the Bride and its sequel. That same year, the now well-established actress married her love match, the hotelier named Conrad Hilton Jr. Their wedding was the talk of the town, and the film about the bride was highly publicized. In 1953, she took on another noteworthy role about a spoiled daughter madly in love in The Girl Who Had Everything. It was William Powell's last MGM picture before his retirement. During this time, Elizabeth Taylor took MGM's monetary bait despite her grievances against the studio. The actress was tied to a long-term contract for several films despite her maternity leaves on her second marriage. In 1957, they released the Civil War film, Raintree County. which was supposed to surpass Vivien Leigh's Gone with the Wind, but it did not hit that mark. Yet that film gave her the first nomination as Best Actress in the Academy Awards. The year after, she got divorced and married her producer, Mike Todd. But tragedy hit hard. Her husband died in a plane crash. The actress felt devastated and submerged herself to work to ease the pain. Later on, the media spread her rumored affair with the American singer, Eddie Fisher, who was married to Debbie Reynolds, another actress. Groomed to be a queen. In 1963, Elizabeth Taylor was finally released from the shackles of MGM and starred in the epic historical film produced by 20th Century Fox about the infamous Egyptian queen, Cleopatra. The immense production and critically acclaimed cinematography granted the actress to be the first star to receive a $1 million talent fee for the role. She also had an illicit love affair with her co-actor, Richard Burton. Then, in 1966, she starred in yet another critically acclaimed film, Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf? She also appeared in the 1967 The Taming of the Shrew and Reflections in a Golden Eye. Despite all the fame and glory, there was still something missing for our dear leading lady. How come she got it all in the films, yet couldn't get it right in real life? She fell in and out of love. As she reached middle age, her fame declined due to the upcoming rising stars in the block, but that didn't stop her from taking in more work and more time to fall in love. She fell in and out of love way too much in comparison to her characters on screen. Was it just mere infatuations or gameplay for her? Her first marriage with the hotelier, Conrad Hilton, in 1950 ended in a divorce. After a year or so, she married her British co-actor Michael Wilding, with whom she had 2 children. She got divorced and married the producer Mike Todd, who died in a plane accident. They bore a daughter. The actress also had a scandalous affair with the singer and a married man, Eddie Fisher. He got divorced just to marry Elizabeth. Yet they separated in the end. Her fame was now muddled with scandals of her many love affairs. She then fell in love with her Cleopatra co-actor, Richard Burton, with whom she had an adopted daughter named Maria Burton. The couple hid away from the limelight for 2 years and cleaned up their divorces to finally get married. Their love story was a total media sensation as they married, got divorced, and remarried all over. But that passionate romance also ended in a breakup. Then, our leading lady married the U.S. Senator named John Warner and supported his campaigns. Soon after, they separated. Our aging star found love again and married her final husband, the humble construction worker, Larry Fortensky. But after 5 years, they too got divorced. In 1999, Larry had a fatal accident and was comatose for several weeks. Elizabeth Taylor rushed to the scene to support his medical expenses. It was later reported that the actress even put his name on her last will. This woman led a truly passionate life on and off the screen. She was born with a golden spoon, shoes, and violet eyes. One may say she had everything at her disposal. Yet, in the end, she couldn't get that unconditional love of a soul companionship for keeps. Which of her movies, or even tragic love affairs, you found most interesting? We'd love to hear your thoughts, so share it in the comments section below.